Okay, so the game had started. So Cyber is on some sort of
Mardu, Dawson,
okay,
epic fail kind of stuff.
and
I think
Augur's
Augur's on Prowess.
opening hand. So Cyber has epic fail plus 2 discard spells in his opening hand. So Curse the Drow. Basically it's 2 mana, make your opponent discard 2. Meanwhile, Augur has a hand of 2 lands plus a 1-drop Prowess creature and then some burn. And Augur mulligans that hand. Was that? Would you have kept there?
I don't think so. I think the double fiery burst is a bit awkward. It is. I think there's an argument to be made that just because the opponent's on so much discard, you should just keep 7 if possible.
Right.
Especially with epic fail. Like every time you mulligan, you're kind of taking 3 more damage. So now, like on 5, like this is a really good 5, but it's going to get torn apart by Curse of the Drow. Though at the same time, Cyber doesn't actually have any interaction for the MSEM Enforcer or the mystery, so.
Right. Well, turn 1 epic fail, because there's nothing else to do.
Yeah. So now we're gonna see a Curse the Drow, and probably see this MSEM Enforcer start cloning itself even. But it depends what Augur decides to discard.
He discards the card that the 2-drop and the card that he can't flip right away. Okay, and okay, the land that's probably really good here. So Nizav can clone himself this turn if he plays Consult plus Strong Arm.
Just Strong Arm by itself does it.
Right, but he can also play Consult.
True.
So to be fair, the Consult it does draw him cards, but at the same time it might also just draw the opponent discard spells. I guess it doesn't matter because you're faster anyways.
Oh yeah, in this case, playing the Consult might end up being bad just because Cyber's not really doing anything.
Well, I mean, Augur has to play Consult this turn because he has nothing else to do with his mana. I mean, he technically could wait until next turn to pay for to Consult with the kicker, but it's probably not worth it.
Yeah, so in this case, the MSEM Enforcer will clone itself, but Augur probably.
Yeah, he also switches.
Oh right, he has a treasure token.
So that's.
So in this case, the MSEM Enforcer gets in for turn damage, but Cyber will have double epic fail set up, so which is reasonably fast clock. He draws more discard.
Does he have an answer to the MSEM Enforcers?
Well, the MSEM Enforcer is only a 1/2 if Augur doesn't draw spells.
Oh, so he has Arcanist. Oh, never mind. It's getting discarded, right?
Yeah. Decide to play the Cradle of Corruption instead of Epic Fail. Does Epic Fail not stack?
I actually have no idea. Maybe it doesn't stack because it's a replacement effect with really weird wording. I mean, I would assume they probably called Judge on that question before. Actually, yeah. I'm gonna go look up if it actually stacks or not.
Yeah, because that strikes me as a bit odd. So he gets really rewarded for not running out regardless, because he draws the villainy. So in this case, you'll have an epic non-creature spell to trigger the whatever this shark gain 2 is called.
Oh.
And now Augur's kind of in a rough spot. Vioni is kind of hard to beat if you're not basically killing them next turn. Oh, and here's the question from Augur. Do epic fails actually stack? And that says no.
Well, I guess it's pretty unintuitive because it's a replacement effect.
So Augur gets a strong arm to get another copy of Nizev and Enforcer.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, but I think it's just going to end up being... I think Augur just doesn't have enough cards unless if they find another consult or something.
Right.
Because really this is Nizev Enforcer is just getting matched for the villainy.
Yeah.
And eventually the villainy should
never mind.
And there's the fifth world.
Okay, yeah, the game's over.
Completely.
Oh, Cradle of Corruption, it gets counters from your opponent's stuff dying too. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, I'd be a bit surprised if Cradle does anything. Seems a bit hard to get 10 counters on it.
I mean, does Cyber's deck run creatures?
4 Heartwind.
Does it run tokens?
No.
It doesn't.
It seems a bit like a bold choice.
I mean, I
maybe
guess...
there's some... Is there Wrath? And there's 4 Violent Claps in the sideboard, so maybe against decks that go wider, Cradle can get some work done.
Fifth Golden Clue. Well, yeah, I guess he's trying to... Yeah, so I think... So Augur has to top deck Consult into something good here, or else he loses. And even if he does, it...
Admittedly, Cyber's not on any cards right now. Cyber could have waited until Augur's upkeep to kill the other Nizev to get the draw to villainy.
Right. Well, Cyber also draws a land, so that's...
Yeah.
Well, if Cyber continues to draw lands and Augur top deck something good, maybe he'll have a way to claw back into the game. That's not it. So does Augur keep lands in hand in order... I guess he's not doing that, but should he have kept his land in hand in order to bait a discard spell?
I don't know.
Or at least just reduce the damage taken from the epic fails?
Probably. I think at 6 it's a bit...
Oh, he's dead to 1
sketchy.
double discard.
Yeah.
But,
does Cyber not have a manland? I guess not.
Should he be running a manland instead of Cradle of Corruption? Is the black swamp animus
the
good?
black manland is really bad. I think it's like a 1/4 death touch or something.
Oh.
Definitely not exciting.
Is it forced to animate too?
Yes.
Okay.
If I'm remembering correctly. Lots of lands here. Amelie, I don't know if... Maybe Cradle is just the best utility land. Base black.
Well, is there any other options?
You could run the colorless utility lands, like Idravir or...
yeah, but you can't fetch them.
Bands. They're not fetchable, true. So I don't know how...
What good fetchable lands are there anyways?
I don't think there's many good in mono black.
Yeah, Corpse Bed. Is he also running Corpse Bed?
No.
Okay, maybe he should be running Corpse Bed instead of Cradle in that slot, but what do I know?
Maybe.
Anyways, this game has gone on for... This game that should have been over a long time ago is still going on because both players have been top decking lands.
Blood Frenzy is...
Oh, never mind.
Interesting.
Honestly, Stormshaper might have actually been able to do something if Cyber top decked another land instead of an actual spell.
Top deck the 10th or 11th land in 20 cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this Blood Frenzy it's probably good enough on its own, actually.
I mean,
Blood Frenzy is a really sick card. Removable spell that also makes 3/1/1s.
It's Kendo's sorcery speed.
It's a bit pricey on the life total, but
yeah. So Cyber is okay. So Cyber going to play pay up to.
Well, and the game is just over with the villainy trigger with pay up plus talk bargain.
I'm surprised Cyber didn't play pay up first, just in case.
Stalker on any counter magic?
No, but like maybe he had something.
Augur's on basically no interaction.
Okay, and the game's over.
Yeah, main deck the only interaction Augur has is the 4/5 bus.
So let's see. So Cyber's sideboard has a bunch of cards that.
Basically, Dawn is the Wrath, make or break.
Are Wrath even good in this matchup? I mean, I assume their removal at worst, but might not actually be that good because threats are too fast.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Cyber sides anything in. I'm not the biggest fan of this sideboard.
Okay, so for Augur's board, Whistle Dragons. Is that actually good here?
I think Cyber make or break is not doesn't. What does make or break do? It's more discard.
Yeah,
I would have liked to see some like life gain or something. And I don't think Augur gets anything besides maybe Imposition.
Well, he's definitely brought in Imposition and at least 2 of them.
Yes, Imposition's an interesting choice for a sideboard card.
Well, I guess he's not keeping them.
Yeah, like it is. It's not the worst, I guess.
Augur's going to 5. Oof.
Yeah, going to 5 again against the mono discard deck is a bit rough.
On the bright side,
Cyber brought in Violent Collapse, which I guess makes sense.
I mean, it answers Nazev if it goes or if it gets out of hand.
Yeah, and I guess the main deck is pretty light on removal of him, if I remember correctly.
I mean, Augur is forced to keep his hand, but it's not horrible for a 5-card hand.
Yeah, Consult on the play
Did he just
helps a lot.
Consult?
And
he did.
I guess Crossing the Fog works too.
Yeah, I guess.
So like lead on Mystery and then Storm Shaper Crossing the Fog to draw 2.
Yeah.
And that's pretty safe because Cyber has no turn 1 removal. Yeah, no turn 1 removal. So yeah, in this case, Cross the Fog is just a better Consult.
Right.
Leaving in the Heart, I'm not sure how to evaluate Heartwind in this matchup. Because obviously it hits I think everything in Augur's deck can be cast off it. At the same time, it isn't really that great against Augur. His threats. Not being able to block is kind of awkward against the
does Heartwind
very aggressive deck.
Oh yeah, Heartwind can't block for some reason.
So it seems a little bit greedy.
Augur has no turn 2 discard. Huh. I think Augur might be in this game.
Yeah, so I imagine we're gonna see. So Strong can flip the Mystery. I imagine we're gonna tapping the Swamp. Playing the Dark Bargain, interesting.
Is he not keeping up removal?
I guess not. I would have immediately gone to and kept up Pithwell.
I guess he wants to preserve life he wants to not pay life for Pithwell, which indirectly also makes him pay.
But at the same time, you're just so likely to get hit by the mystery, Epsilon.
Yeah.
Or just like any spell. I forget what was seen off the journey triggers. I think it was the strong arm and the mystery, right?
Yeah.
So if you know that Augur has strong arm and mystery in hand, Pith Wielding the Storm Shaper saves 3 damage, and Pith Wielding the mystery saves 2 damage and prevents a token, which definitely seems worth it. Though I guess they do have the violent claps.
Yeah,
I guess that's the idea. Yeah, I kind of like that with the violent claps.
Well, so Augur has a Nizev Enforcer. Is he going to play into Violent Collapse?
Yeah, I guess maybe. I guess you could probably tell that they're on Violent Collapse. Or maybe they're.
Well, I mean, when we analyzed the matchup, we weren't 100% of them bringing in Violent Collapse.
Yeah, though I think it ends up making a lot of sense if you're looking at it more closely. Because Cyber's deck really has no removal except the Pithwelt, like Dawson.
Right.
Well, I guess it has Blood Frenzy, Pithwelt.
Second mystery. I guess they're.
Yeah, so I think Augur is playing around the Violent Collapse here. Right. And this would be an advantage of keeping up Pithwelt.
So is he going to strong arm to flip the mystery?
Well, if you're strong arm to flip the mystery, you do it.
What?
3 attacks.
Oh yeah, right. Journey. Okay, so he's.
So I think.
He's.
This is going to be an end of turn strong arm.
He's aggressively playing around.
Sorry, not
Collapse. Yeah.
Not an end of turn mystery because you can attack at the same time, but.
Well, actually, no. The thing is, you can't actually cast strong arm if the opponent casts Violent Collapse because you have no targets.
Yeah, they would. Well, Augur would Nizev and then strong arm it. You don't get the damage from the strong arm, but.
You also have a backup mystery in case you draw a sorcery.
I think Augur is in a bit of a rough spot here.
What does he discard if the opponent plays Curse of the Drow?
Mountain Nizev, I imagine.
Right, and then he can just strong arm end of turn and flip to mystery. Or I guess.
No. Oh, he's strong arm main phase.
Yeah, you probably want to get damage in.
No benefit to strong arming end of turn. You can even crack the headquarters if you really wanted to. I can't imagine not playing Violent Collapse here. It seems like you just die if you don't, right?
He has Pithwelt. Like he doesn't technically die.
Oh well, yeah. So I think my idea is playing the villainy instead. Would be something to look at. But that's a much greedier line. So if you Heartwind or villainy, I think you are just kind of dead on board.
Okay, yeah, he's going for Chris.
Imagine it's got Nizev Mountain, right?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So Cyber can crack Dark Bargain end of turn.
True. So I'm not exactly sure what.
Augur doesn't help him. Augur doesn't crack the headquarters and draws consult, so that's really good for him.
Yeah. I guess cracking the headquarters is awkward just because cracking the clue is so expensive.
Does he have any 3-drops in his deck that would?
I don't think so. No.
Right. Well, in Rapid Countess is technically a 3-drop if you think about it hard enough.
You stretch the definition of 3-drop a bit. So, what, Cyber's taking 8 here? Or 9 after consult, and then the burn spell kills them?
Yeah.
But I guess playing the consult would cause you to legend rule the Epsilon, which is a bit annoying, but.
Well, if he doesn't kill here, then Violent Collapse is extremely good. And probably help let Cyber stabilize.
Though we'll stabilize on like 3 life or
stabilize
something like that.
Quotation marks. Okay, yeah, he does. Okay, so he flips Epsilon, so Violent Collapse will wipe the board.
Yeah, so Massive Tranquility dodging Violent Collapse is a bit awkward. Though I guess it's not. Wait, no, I guess you play the Master.
Did Epsilon flip last turn? Oh, yeah, I mean, never mind. It didn't play. Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't self-exile when it transforms.
Yeah, that was one of the crazy things when Epsilon was a 3/3. That dealt so much damage.
He's okay. Yeah, he's playing out Massive Tranquility.
Yeah, so Massive Tranquility dodging Violent Collapse is pretty nasty here.
Wait, what? Why?
Why not?
Doesn't he need white for Pithwell?
Yeah, wait. Yeah, that's kind of confusing. Wait, I guess it is getting like 5 counters here.
Does that help him at all?
No, but it does get you counters.
And there goes the board.
That's especially awkward because you do want to be playing Villainy plus Pithwell next turn.
Master Tranquility -5/5, or no -1, but okay.
So a spell is lethal.
That's a spell.
Good enough.
See, it's technically a 3-drop.
Yeah. Well, 4-drop in this case.
No, it's a 3-drop.
So
you're not even Blade's Memory is the spell.
Oh, true. Yeah, that's kind of neat that you get so many fast triggers off the counters. I didn't even notice that.
Okay, game 3. Do you think they'll board differently? Like, is Cyber finally going to actually?
I mean, I feel like you can't possibly want Hotwin in this matchup. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but
hey, it makes your opponent random discard. Maybe you
True.
discard out of their threats and they lose.
But like we saw in that game, that there's just kind of this awkward balance where Augur can just dump their entire hand very fast. I mean, the only reason they weren't empty-handed by turn 3 was that they were playing around Violent Collapse, right?
Right.
Yeah, this is definitely like a matchup where I forgot the call.
They also brought in Face to Dawn.
Okay, like I think I'm on. I guess it is incredibly cheap. And does answer Master Tranquility, whereas Violent Collapse does not.
Right.
Hopefully they bought out Hotwin for it. So I definitely don't think Hotwin's doing much in this matchup.
So turn 1 Enraptured Countess, I'm assuming?
Does Stolen Secrets trigger Epic Fail? No, it doesn't.
Okay, yeah, okay, sure, it doesn't.
I guess Dawson does. I don't know. I don't know how a lot of these cards interact. Like, does
why Cyber Secrets? Oh, never mind. Pete Bug is tapped, right?
Does Stolen Secrets trigger Epic Fail if you have Hotwin in play? I don't know all these interactions.
I think the problem here is that Epic Fail is a crapshoot when it comes to rules.
Well, yeah.
I mean, that's what happens when you try to stuff in a card from a meme set.
I mean, when you granted, whenever you get to multiple replacements effects that interact with each other, it always becomes messy.
Yeah.
Even relatively basic stuff like all the red damage boosting stuff.
I mean, the damage boosting stuff is pretty simple. I feel like it's probably simple enough. It's just increase the number.
Well, but then you start to stack them, and it gets a bit wonky.
You just do math. You just multiply them together.
If I remember correctly, it's the control of the person. So if you have like a doubling effect and a +1 effect, the person who's being hit by it chooses the order. If I remember correctly,
right.
Which is definitely not intuitive.
Another Enraptured Countess. I think he just runs out Master Tranquility here. Yeah.
I think it'll make sense too.
So next turn, Enraptured Countess can get back Strong Arm.
So Face of the Dawn will be a clean answer to Augur's board here.
Cybers is losing life and drawing. Okay, Dawson.
So we'll see if Augur decides to play around a Wrath again, specifically face the Dawn this time. And we'll see if Cyber decides to Pith Wilt the Master and Tranquility.
Augur might just be able to grind out the game with Consults. Does he consult first?
I don't know if Consult is a great card for grinding out your opponent.
Well, not grind out. I mean, just have enough resources to finish off the game.
Yeah, maybe, though Augur's deck does not have that much burn.
Well, never mind, he didn't cut Heartwind. So, I guess he's...
Probably not to.
Wait, so what did he even cut for the Wrath, then?
There's probably... Have we... No, they have an Epic Phelan still. Not sure.
Well, I literally can't figure out enough. Maybe Pay Up or Stolen Secrets? I mean, we didn't see that.
I guess we haven't seen Stolen Secrets.
I mean, I guess Stolen Secrets is sort of a crapshoot because you have both creatures and 2 types of spells.
Maybe they just shaved a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, Epic Fail not working in multiples is kind of awkward.
Right.
Maybe they shaved a couple Epic Fails, a couple Heartwinds, I'm not sure.
Okay, so I'm assuming that's a Pith build.
Well, it also puts Cyber to 10 if they let them through, which lets them face the Dawn. Oh, it's less than half you something actual, so it would not. Though they could self-activate it with Murky Pete. I guess they'd be forced to even.
Oh. I guess Augur's just trying to push damage now.
Yeah. Makes sense.
That's 2 away from Face the Dawn.
Yeah, so Cyber cannot self-activate it with the Murky Pete.
I wonder if Augur did that intentionally, or if it was just a happy coincidence.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see if Augur decides to play around. Yeah, so it does play around the Violent Collapse / Face the Dawn.
And there's Violent Collapse.
So this Countess has not used its tail yet, right?
Yeah.
So you could just Violent Collapse it. What's Cyber's mana like?
Is it? Wait, he's playing Heartwind? He's playing Heartwind. What does that even do here?
I mean, it's not like it's especially good play besides that.
Maybe he's intentionally trying to bait his opponent into lowering his life total.
I don't know. Like playing the other cards in their hand is a bit awkward too. I mean, Epic Fail isn't doing much here.
Yeah, I guess he wants to crack Murky Pete to get a red.
Yeah.
And
they definitely don't have very many sources, red or white sources for Dawson.
So in position, Augur's probably casting in position here, I think.
Probably, yeah.
In position taking... I guess you can't take both this Wrath.
Do you even take the Dawson here? Is Dawson even good here? Cyber's deck doesn't...
Yeah, the Cyber's deck have any way to generate incidental artifacts?
I mean, there's Pay Up. I think that's it.
He's not even running Prying Inquiry.
I mean, Dawson isn't the worst card just to run by itself. Dawson is a pretty good value engine, but it is kind of hard to clear.
Yeah. Well, if Dawson plus Heartwind's pretty funny, because now your opponent's random discarding. Well, I guess your deck isn't really, or Cyber's deck doesn't really threaten the life total that much. I guess you use Dawson to whack your opponent for a bit, and then Epic Fail to finish them off, or something.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure. Dawson might be good enough just +1ing and then to make it a treasure and then helixing.
Okay, so Ben Face the Dawn. So Augur can run out Master of Tranquility this turn off the treasure, and that would be then that's really good into Violent Collapse.
Yeah, having full info is always nice.
Hey, Blade's Memory is a sorcery, so you can't.
Does run out the Master of Tranquility, does not run out the Countess, which makes.
Oh, I mean, yeah, he knows Violent Collapse is in hand.
So, Cracks Murky Pete, the red source. But I think if they played Dawson, they just die, right? Die to Countess plus Fireburst.
So they're forced to Violent Collapse this turn. And then they die to Countess.
This is when not having life gain outside of villainy is very awkward. Is this just Dawson? Oh, I guess Hotwind could save them.
How?
By hitting the Countess. So then they get a blocker. Yeah, Hotwind is just in this matchup.
Wait, what?
Yeah, so they force a discard. Hotwind forces them to discard it. Augur to discard at random.
Okay.
And if Countess come as a result, then I will eat my words and say that Hotwind is good in this matchup, I guess.
Okay.
Despite being
okay, yeah.
Despite being a non-blocker and aggro matchup that needs your opponent to have cards in hand.
Womp womp.
So that's just very clearly a win for Augur. Any spell on the Countess and then any spell.
Augur can BM here by playing Nizev and then using the tail to copy the Nizev by playing Strong Arm and still get lethal.
Oh yeah, they still have the tail. Wait, they still have the Augur still has the tail and the Countess on the board, right?
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, I guess the Hotwind discard didn't actually matter because Countess tail and then Fiery Burst, the Countess that would come down off the Hotwind.
But okay. Is he going for a BM here?
Yeah, Master of Tranquility does do an immense amount of damage. If you don't have blockers for it, which Hotwind is not a blocker for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess the aggro deck takes another victim.
I think that this matchup for Cyber could have been a lot better if they had more. They had some amount of life gain in the sideboard.
Actually, would Hungering Cult be decent in his deck?
I mean, it wouldn't be bad, but I'm thinking more of a what's a card called? More of a wave of decay kind of stuff.
Right. Well, does he have mana or is his mana good enough for Wave of Decay though?
Yeah, they're on entirely black sources.
Right, they're running it only. They can afford to run Wave of Decay.
Yeah. And Wave of Decay is probably exceptionally good in this matchup in particular. Maybe not as good in others, but just kind of some life gain. So you could be a bit more confident. Even something like Blood Ritual.
Right. Oh yeah, you're running that card in your deck, even, and I guess.
And the reason I mentioned that is because it's a 1 mana option that triggers Villainy. Wave Decay does that as well, although not quite as well. Because something that could have come out that match is Cyber running out Villainy on 4, but not having a 1-drop to go along with it.
Right.
You do have I actually do have a lot of 1-drops for main. So maybe that's not as big of a deal.
Yeah.
But yeah, in games 2 and 3, Augur managed to be fast enough that Villainy wouldn't have saved Cyber, and Prowess takes the match.